Hey Yogi, welcome to day 4 of the 7-day challenge. Today it's going to be a little bit more challenging, but don't worry, I think this is still an all-level class. No props required, just your mat. So when you're ready, join me on the mat. Hey Yogis, so let's get started our day 4. So come on your back and then extend both legs toward the ceiling. Make sure they're aligned with your hips, arms alongside the body, palms of the hands down. On your next in-breath or out-breath, just slowly lower one leg down and then bring it back up and then swap legs. So we're just moving the legs up and down, swapping side. Remember to always move with your breath. So you either lower your leg on the in-breath or on your out-breath. You can keep the legs relaxed. We're focusing on the core, not on the legs. And then let's do 2 more long deep breaths. And then bring both legs back together. So you can either, again, carry on lowering one leg at a time. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, lower both legs at the same time and then bring them back up. Be very careful with your lower back. Make sure you're still in contact with the mat. Feel your core starting to warm up. And if this is too challenging, give yourself a rest or go back to lowering one leg at a time. Let's do it 2 more times. And then bend the knees, place the feet on the mat. So make sure the knees stays in line with the hips and that you can just scrape the heels of your feet with your fingers. Now extend the right leg towards the ceiling. On your next in-breath, push with the left foot, lift the hips off the mat, and then lower down on your in-breath or out-breath. So again, breathe in, push, lift, and lower down. We're going to do it 3 more times on this side. And then let's swap side. So place the right foot on the mat. Again, make sure you can just scrape the heel of your foot. Extend the left leg towards the ceiling. Breathe in, push the right foot, lift the hips, and then lower down. Lift, lower. Push and lift, lower. 2 more times. And then place both feet against the mat. Bring both knees into the chest. Just hug your knees, sway from side to side. And then place the hands behind your knees. Rock back and forth a few times. Massaging your back at the same time. And then we're all the way into seated. Cross your ankles. Use your hands to push yourself forward into tabletop. Let's come back into the middle of the mat. So shoulders above the wrist, hips above the knees. Breathe in, come into cow. Breathe out, come into cat. Come back into neutral. Step the right foot forward by the right hand. Slide the left knee back, lift the chest up, extend the arms into low lunge. And then use the right hand, place the right hand and grab the left elbow and then just gently pull over to the right. So we're stretching the left side of the torso. One more long deep breath. And then we're going to swap sides. So this time grab hold of the right elbow with the left hand, pull over to the left. Deep breath into the right side of the torso this time. And then come back through center. Release the hands, place them on the mat, extend the front leg, come into a half split. So make sure the left hip comes on top of the left knee. Extending the front leg, flex the right foot as much as you can. Bring the chest parallel to the floor, staying on your fingertips. And really flex the right foot as much as you can. And the more you're going to flex it, the more you're going to feel a nice deep stretch at the back of the right leg. So breathe into your leg, especially the hamstring. A deep muscle that is often very tight because we're spending too much time seated. One more long deep breath. And then release the front foot. Bring the hands forward. Tuck the left toes under. Lift the left knee off the mat to come into a lunge. Now place the left hand flat on the mat. Extend the right arm up into an easy twist. One more long deep breath. And then release the right hand on the mat. Release the left knee on the mat. Come back into your tabletop. And placing the shoulders above the wrists again. Hips above the knees. Just gently move the hips from side to side. And then back through center. Step the left foot forward. Slide the right knee back. Lift the chest up. Extend the arms. And now grab hold of the left elbow with the right hand and then pull over to the right. One more long deep breath. Come back through center, swap side, grab hold of the right elbow with the left hand, pull over to the left. One more long deep breath. Come back through center, place the hands on the mat, extend the front leg to come into your half split. So make sure the right hip is above the right knee. Bring the chest parallel to the floor. Flex the left foot as much as you can to deepen the stretch at the back of your left leg. And then breathe. Let's take one more long deep breath. And then release the left foot on the mat, move the hands forward, come back into your tabletop. Excellent job. Now move the hands slightly forward, tuck the toes under, and then come in for your first downward dog of today. So bend one knee at a time, pushing the heels towards the mat. Remember to breathe in and out through the nose, into the belly. This is your yogi breath. And then gently step to the front of your mat. And then fall forward, releasing the neck, bending the knees. Say yes and no. And then now come into a halfway lift, so hands on the shin, on the knees, chest parallel to the floor. Release the hands on the mat, bend the knees and then gently roll all the way up. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch, and then lower the palms in front of your heart in Namaste. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Release the neck, say yes and no. Come into a halfway lift, chest parallel to the floor. Release the hands on the mat, bend the knees, and then again roll all the way up. Bring the arms above your head, palms to touch. Lower the palms in front of your heart. Breathe in, raise your arms up. Fall forward, hands on the mat. Halfway lift. Hands on the mat, this time step back into downward dog. So make sure the hands are in line with the wrist. Release the neck, look beyond your mat, the back of your mat. Push the heels towards the mat. And then bring the feet together, big toes touching. Lift the right leg up. Breathe. And then bend the right knee. Roll forward. Step the right knee behind the right wrist. Drop the left knee on the mat. Coming into your pigeon pose. Make sure the hips stay leveled. And then breathe in, open the chest, look up. As you breathe out, fall forward all the way down. Rest the forearms on top of each other. Rest the forehead on top of your forearms. Breathe. One more long deep breath. If you're on the forearms, come back on your hands. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, and then you're going to push back straight into a three-legged dog. Bend the right knee again, roll forward, step the right foot behind the right wrist, so probably about 20 centimeters behind, a few inches, and then roll onto the left side, bring all the toes to point toward the long side of the mat. Extend the right arm above your head into a side plank. So really push with the foot to keep the hips lifted. Hold it there. Nice job. Bring the hands on the mat. Step the right foot all the way back into plank. Drop the knees, lower the chest all the way down. Push into mini cobra. Lower your head back down. Push back onto all four, back in downward dog. Nice job. Again, bring the feet together. Big toes touching. Lift the left leg up. Nice deep breath. Bend the left knee. Roll forward. Step the left knee behind the left wrist. Drop the right knee on the mat. Breathe in. Open the chest. Look up. As you breathe out, fall forward. Place the forearm on top of each other. Rest the forehead on top of your forearms. Make sure the hips stay level. Nice long deep breaths. Notice the sensation in your left hip, your IT band. Maybe the front of your right hip. One more long deep breath. On your next in-breath, if you're on your forearms, come back on your hands. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee, extend the left leg back into plank. Drop the knees, lower the chest. Mini cobra, lower your head back down. Push back onto all four. Tuck the toes under and then come straight back into a three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, roll forward. This time step the left foot behind the left hand. Roll onto the right side, bringing all the toes to face the long side of your mat. Extend the left arm above your head. And really push with the front foot to keep the hips leveled. And breathe. Nice job. Place the left hand back on the mat. Step the left foot back again. Way back into plank. And then now you can drop the knees on the mat. Come and sit on your heels. Drop the hips on one side. Extend the legs. Bend the right knee. Place the right foot over the left leg. Make sure that the right foot is in line with your right knee. Hold on to the right knee with the left arm. Place the right hand behind. Breathe in, extend the spine. As you breathe out, twist to the right. Every time you breathe in, extend the spine. Every time you breathe out, maybe you can twist a little bit more and look over the right shoulder. And then come back facing forward. We're going to do the other side. Extend the right leg, bend the left knee, place the left foot over the right leg. Hold on to the left knee with the right arm, place the left hand behind. As you breathe in, extend the spine. As you breathe out, twist to the left. Breathe in, extend. As you breathe out, maybe you can twist a little bit more. Look over the left shoulder. One more long deep breath. And then come back facing forward. Extend both legs in front of you, bend the knees, roll onto your back, and then come into your Savasana, or resting pose, letting your body integrate the practice. So you can stay in Savasana for as long as you want. And once you're ready, and only when you're ready, roll onto one side, and then come out of your pose. Thank yourself for practicing today, for keeping up with the 7-day challenge. I hope you're enjoying it. See you tomorrow. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.